Hello guys. Now we are online. Sorry, I didn't I forgot to turn on my external sound card, so didn't really have any sound here. But now we're done. Just launch my Bitwig studio and we'll see if we can get cracking here. So we are going to do continue our little bits of song that's been on the recent projects here. Second March 1, I think it is. Let's see what we've got. Here's the song. Let's have a brief listen to what we've been accomplishing so far. So I'll see if we can move this thing over here. So that's about how long it is, and if you like to see the time of in Bitwig here, you can use show real-time ruler, and that will show you time in minutes. So actually the song is not more than 1.5 minutes, which is way less than I thought it would be, but okay. So anyway, so let's run the song and see how you like it. So this is what we have so far with the pianos. Right now I'm just using pianos to mix my songs, just to get the arrangement, the basic arrangement out. That's our role. And then if you want to expand upon that, you can do that. But it's a very good way to keep the basics. Okay, so this is what we have. Alright, so that how it sounds. I noticed two things on this run. So the first thing is we have a little bit of vocals here, if you want to call it that, just to kind of spice it up a little bit. I just wanted two very simple phrases, like maybe just 2 words actually being said here. So I don't want too much vocals, just something. What I noticed was, like, after these vocals came, it tend to sound a little bit empty right over this region over here. So what we'll do around these bars, like say 3 bars or so, we're gonna steal these stuffs here, or borrow them, or whatever you wanna call it, and I'll gonna put it right over there. So that'll be like, say, 6 bars of something happening. And again, I'm gonna run from the vocals and the break. Well, let's call this the breakdown. So and I feel it's a little low. Maybe you can have a little higher on the vocals. Actually, so this you can hear, and then this. Yeah. So that could maybe perhaps work. And the thing is this, we need a volume automation on this thing right over here, so it increases intensity. So it starts up slow and then it goes higher. So that will be a little bit more professional. So and this one, you claps here. These claps already have it. This snare here does not have it, so this one starts. So like, so we do wanna feel that there's some form of build up there or something. And I'm also thinking if we should actually put a form of some small little rise or something, just increase the intensity there. Just, I'm not sure, but we already have like a little bit of stuff going on here to kind of try to build some form of tension or whatever up to a crescendo for the chorus to, you know, keep going. So that's good, I suppose. Let's see, but I do feel I'm gonna run it again actually. So yeah, this is a little low here. So let's see if we can just see if we can find like the compressor perhaps. So I'm gonna increase that maybe to 2 decibels too. So that could still a little bit low. 2 to 4. Could work, well, a little bit low though. So say 2.6. A little better. Something like that will do, I guess. And the snares will begin here because otherwise it doesn't sound logical to the ear, I suppose. So let's have this over here all the way. So we have a little bit of breathing room and then the snare starts, I guess. I do like that whispering there. So something like that. Let's save. And let's fine tune these snares here. So we have the clap there and we have the snare here. So what we're gonna do, ladies and gents, we're gonna cut all the unnecessary information. So there are tons of dots here which we really don't want to be pestered by. So I'll just cut these. We don't even need those up to the last little dot or whatever. So I'll do this and that for simplicity reasons, and then what I'll do, probably just try to dampen that a bit like that. Let's see, maybe that's a little too low. So that's a little too low. I'll go a little higher there, maybe. And I feel the intensity here has to be more like something more intense. Let's raise it a little bit here, so see. So maybe a little bit more. Could be it. Let's see. But here is still also a little bit more. And it depends how loud these vocals are. take it up a little bit more. It sounds maybe a... Let's just take that little notch. Oh, shoot, stupid thing. Let's have it. Why do you not get selected? There. So let's try to... Alright, so I'm not entirely sure if it's too loud or whatever. Let's see. And I feel there's just something lacking here. And I feel it's too low here, so... But I need a little more intensity in the end, and a little, let's see. So maybe I just feel this is a little too low, so I don't know. If I lower this, say to there. And I take this and this and just try to go up just a hunch. Let's see. Don't know why I feel it's not where I want it. It's almost right, but not exactly what I want. This is too low, so it's so sensitive. And what I'm gonna try to do with this snare here now is I'm gonna try to add a gate. Let's do that. Let's have a sidechain. See if we can how's it? Nope. So something like that could work. Right, so house room is okay, but I'll try normal sidechain also. Now this was kind of cool. But I'm not sure Let's see. Oh, let's use this. I think the house ones sound the best so far. Gets a little too worried when it's too much messiness. So I think back to the house preset. And this is house number 2. I think it was number 1. Don't know actually. So that sounded pretty good there. Let's say 55%. Alright, so that's not too bad. I'll try the second one also. 55%, so I think I like the first one better. 55, there we go. So I'll try to put a slight amount of a reverb on that one. I don't know why, but okay, so let's try. Just get it softer. Maybe. Alright, has a reverb, but I used to sometimes. Sounds pretty lush there, pretty good. Right, I'm just nitpicking now, I don't really have to do that, so say that. I think it sounds pretty decent there. So that'll be fine for the snare. So this is what I have. I'm just thinking like, is the vocals loud enough and wide enough and stuff? I probably already have. I don't have a widener here. So let's try to go in and see if we could put it like, okay, so we put it kind of in mono, because when this in 100% is width, then it's 100% mono, it said. So we have replica, that'd be some diffusion reverb there. Then you have the tool to put it in mono, and then you have the split EQ to remove some frequencies, and then you have so let's see how the split EQ looks. It looks like this right now, taking away and making it cleaner there, that's good. Then you have the saturator here, which I'm not entirely sure of, but I put it there. So let's see now. Okay, so saturator, and then we have a compressor, then we have dynamics to make it even louder, and then we have reverb. We probably don't absolutely have dynamics, but you get a little more punch in it and whatever. So there's our roll there, and we probably don't need a saturator either, because usually what it does is create distortion, but through distortion it can get things warmer, and that's what you usually use saturator for. So, but maybe they can add some slight bit of bass and wave tones that you, or frequencies that you may not want there. Depends, but okay. So where do we go from here? So I feel that the vocals are not really like, I would love them to be a little wider. So like we have the reverb here, and we have the mono tool here, and then we have this EQ here. So I'm gonna put in just expander. So like this would be expander, and we'll see. So see if I can somehow widen this. It's said to be 100% on the size here. So let's see. Let's do. I don't know if we get the effect of this being. Yeah, it seems a little wider now. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yeah, we want this to be wider. So we'll see how it sounds in the mix here. That sounded better, I think. Yeah, good. And then let's try to use a little bit of enhancer on this thing. The crispness, it adds, say, crispness. No, but really it adds on the highs of the spectrum of the frequencies. So it's great for adding clarity, but it could easily be overdone with a crisp. So I wouldn't put all too much there, because we want it kind of sound smooth in the mix too. So all right, so that's probably a little bit what I would use there. I probably would never use the unisono, because that's for detuning, and that can make crap out of things sometimes. But if you want to space things out, well, what do you know? But I'm gonna try to detune and see what happens. Sounds very. So that's cool. $17.49. I would like to mute this thing. Can I do that? Like, that would be clever if there was a button for muting unison and just hear the other. That would be clever. I guess it ain't that clever, is it? Okay, that's that moment. 17.49. Actually, I thought it's even better with that weird unisono. Put it up to 49 again. See if I'm wrong right there. It has some. I'm thinking if it sounds boxy, like, you know what I mean? Sounds pretty good. What does leak do? See how it sounds on the other vocal. So what I will do there, I'll also try to use an isotope thing here. I think I'll have that in the end. Isotope also an imager. This one will really, that's pretty good. And I'll put a tad with, come on. Come on. So the question is if that ought to be in the end or... I think it should be in the end. So let's see. Let's try steerize. Come on. So maybe a little less of that. Come on. Don't know. 4 to 5. I probably mixed myself to death now, but yeah. Here we go. Let's just see. Nobody can hear the difference here. Should probably not use the steerize, I don't know. So I'll take that one. It's pretty good anyway. Maybe a little boxy, but yeah, whatever. Alright, so so save and so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna stop nitpick here and try to do something new and creative. So I'll just try to write something slightly different from these other pianos here. So I'll have probably a piano like this. I'll put it right down here. And ARP 1, ARP 2, ARP 3. Let's just don't know if it'll specifically be an ARP, but I'll call it ARP 3. And I'll cut this one. I'll just use this. I'll edit. And I'll see if I can find some notes just to fit in here. Don't know, but let's try. I'm cutting the old. And I'll cut off the reverb and replicate there. So let's solo this thing. I'll probably really cut everything here so I can begin a new see what it can do. How do I do this? So what am I searching for? Let's use imagination. So let's see, let's do this. Let's be careful here. So we could probably maybe... Let's see to find the pacing here. See if we can just... Nope. So I think I'll just cut... Let's see here. Oh, let me try. Oh, wait. Mm-hmm. See. Alright, so something like that could perhaps maybe work, so let's see. So I think, let's see, I feel they're going a little too low compared to the other notes there. But I do like the variation there. No. So, let's see. So we have it. Now we can loop this. So like. Now that's in line with imagination. It sounds imaginative, so you know, that's something a little more richer than what we had before. It sounds a little mysterious, interesting, a little bit like imagination. So moving on. Turning on the reverb. And I'll put a pre-delay on 1 millisecond because I want that pretty. Put down the diffusion maybe. Yeah, and there we go. Come on. This is just what? This just makes the song, you know what I mean? Yeah, there we go. Something like that. But it may require us to have some other form of piano that follows the other things we have in the song. The problem with the song is that it's very solid in the first part, and then all of a sudden it turns dreamy, atmospheric in the middle. So it's like kind of like two different kind of songs, which is a little challenging to kind of intertwine and connect. But that's what makes music interesting to write, to have different, you know, parts mashing together and intertwining into each other, making trying to marry a bond, or you know what I mean. So that's that. So let me just check my time. We are at 39 minutes here. So what I'll do now, we have something that is a little more, you know, making something. So what I'll do, I'll play it from the start and see how it seems to be now. Let's try it again. So yeah, I agree. Like, it's a little bit like 2 songs, but you know, hey, that's music. So we'll may have to kind of write another piano for the other parts that kind of make this intertwine somehow, and that's going to be another type of challenge. So but I'll see what I can do, because I probably not really wanna, like, maybe we could do a simplified version of these notes that almost plays a little bit in that, but not entirely that part, and then just kind of tease the air a little bit, and then all of a sudden that comes. So maybe we could make the song intertwine, so it's like more married to the middle part without being too connected to it, perhaps, or too much the same. That's what I mean. So we'll see. But now that little thing definitely adds a little bit of richness to the song. You know what I mean? So 3 or 4 pianos, what we have here, is definitely better than just. This was probably the 4th one I added, but it's definitely better than just these 2. Because it adds that interest. Check this out. It just speaks to you somehow. And especially when the snare kicks in, like you can hear before. Now that's kind of, you know, what's the concept? Good. So that's one way to do it. I'm not saying you have to do it that way, but that's how I roll. So, okay, decent, not bad. I wonder if we can make it even better by maybe somehow implement a riser that could make crazy intense, like that's to happen something. You know what I mean? Like that's what we need. But or I mean, what I want anyway. But we'll see. So okay, so I'll search for a riser and we'll see what we can do. And maybe in some of my old songs, I'm not sure. But so I'll add an instrument here. I'll add silent one, which I usually use for everything, but now I tend just to write pianos because it's just better for making songs kick off quicker, so we can get a good arrangement. So anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a pin tool, and I'm gonna have a green one here, and I'm gonna call this FX riser. I'm gonna need my keys for that, so here we go. Let's alright, so there we go. And then we're gonna go in here and do a very simple addition. Like I'll probably use, say, 8 bars for this, I guess. Doesn't really matter. One single note, and we're not gonna use that sound. And it doesn't really matter what pitch it has. I'll see if I can find this among my own presets. See here, Fave, 3DFX. See if I find a riser here. I guess I don't, obviously. So I'm thinking we probably have to borrow it from somewhere, and it probably means I have to have a new project and see if I can open something. Where can I have a riser, man? Tropical Blizzard, can that have that? I'm not even sure. That's like we could probably try to open it and see if it has something. So that's my latest trance-inspired song, which is probably one of my more, I don't know, nowadays one more complex ones, actually. Even if I write everything as simple as possible nowadays, because it just makes mixing much easier. So could I be having a riser in this one? I think actually I don't. Or do I? Let's try this and see if we can. I'll have to load it. I don't think. I think I'm using pads here and sweeps only. So where can I find a riser? It's been ages since I actually used it. So let's just try this though. I'll see here. So this is a noise. Or actually it's a riser. Yeah, it's a riser. So let's try this one also. Alright, so let's have this and see. Riser danceable. Okay, so this is one of the risers. I'm not sure if this is one I'm looking for, but I'll borrow one of these and I'll put it in here. And I'll just you know, take away what I don't need. And I'll move this in. I'll see if I can make some fun change here. Alright, so in that case of the way we wouldn't need to have that one, but we could use the name there, copy that, and delete this. And then rename this an FX Riser here. And just put a green column there if like so. Let's see. And turn on the audio engine for that project. So now I'm borrowing a riser from an old project, which is really clever because it makes me not have to. But it's not. We don't know if it fits, so that's the thing. But I'm gonna try to put the riser right over here when the snare kicks in. So we'll see. And I think it's way too low volume for this project, so probably have to amp the volume pretty much. You see the point? Yeah, there we have it. That's what we need there. Increasing intensity. That adds to the drama and it fills the void of no risers. Because now we have one. So let's see if there is some sidechain needed for this to get some extra rhythm into the groove. So let's see. So what I will do, I will actually add a compressor, even if I don't really need one at this point, but I'll add one because let's just show up how powerful it is. Alright, that's cool. So the question is, should we cut the riser like one bar before or not? Here. Yes, we should. Yes, we should. That adds effect perfect. That's what we should. So we need a slight amount of, cutting to be able to get more effect dynamic whenever the kick comes. You know what I mean? And so that's also why it's a bit tricky finding the right balance of that sometimes. But you want it to hit when it hits. It hits, but it doesn't hit majorly. You know what I mean? So if we want more impact like that, then we gotta do more dramatic changes here, or maybe amp that even more. I'm not sure if this is the track that, in my opinion, should have the enormous impact. Like, it's not really that amazing anyway. But okay, so this is starting to sound a little more decent in my opinion. Now it's taking shape. So let's just see. I'm gonna run it from here and see. So that's okay. I'm just wondering if we should add a little bit of maybe here. Kind of feel it gets a little too noisy in the end there. Let me just have... no, it bugs me. No, idiot. Let's have that. Like that, maybe. Right, let's say that so far. So, okay, so what I'll do is I'll lower the volume on the riser because it's kind of taking too much attention. Sounds pretty good. I'm gonna try a different compressor, so like I always do, I switch between two of my favorites. So, so see, I'll switch off the Bitwig compressor and see. And I kind of want to try with a sidechain on this as well, just to see what happens. Let's just use a normal sidechain here because we don't want it too funky. Probably not what we're gonna use. No, we want it static, so let's cut the A1. Goodbye. Let's try to use this one there instead. Sometimes this is good, but probably should leave that be. pretty happy with this. It's pretty decent, so. So there, Bitwig has its, Silent One has its own compressor, so it's compressed 2 times. So it's kind of a little bit New York compression, but it's very little compression used here, so it's not really compression that's the problem in that case. Maybe it's more like the volume, but we're probably still gonna mix the volume anyway in the end, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna do a slight change here. Nope. Alright, could be working. Let's try to repeat that. Let's see how it works. So let's Alright. I think, I'm pretty much done for today. I've done some tweaks and whatever. I feel this is kind of decent for being like some form of simple EDM or not, but compared to who you're thinking of, there are some guys that are super famous make much more simple, in my opinion, songs than this. But anyway, each to his own. I'm pretty, it's starting to sound interesting in my book, so I'm pretty happy with it. Not gonna say it's amazing compared to some of my other mixes, but it's not bad. So I'm gonna say that this is pretty much starting to become something. So we'll see in the coming videos, what we'll do, I'll probably try to start working a little bit on the void. There's not really any void here, but if you're looking at, for example, here, this part here, right here, and that part right there, so what I'm probably gonna start looking at, maybe adding some little bit more there. And then, like I told you before, I would like to have a bridge that kind of bridges that bridge right over there and that one over there. So maybe, but I think the first one I'll do, I'll try to write something here that kind of connects that little thing to this, so it gets something more richer, maybe there. And then after that, maybe the next time again, then maybe we'll start looking at making some form of bridge to this. We're not really sure if we're gonna do that, or just if we're not doing a bridge, I'm not sure we do a bridge or not, but if we skip the bridge, then we're gonna try to tie this song together. Maybe, at least the song should actually be 3 minutes. I don't know if I'll just I hate to say it, but maybe I'll just repeat this part and it'll be 3 minutes. But we'll see. It's easy to what do you say? Like, once you got to a certain level on your mix, you can it becomes easier to add differences and changes and whatever. So that's all I have to say. We come a far way with this. So anyway, that is what it is. Anyway, so I'll also try and see here. I'll see how does the chords here work here. I don't know. Kind of feels a little repetitive using the chorus, I don't know. But anyway, okay, so what I'll do, I'll take a bit of a pause here because my ears need a bit of a break. I'll be mixing for about an hour, and that's about as long as I go. And then whenever I've been mixing for an hour, I usually take a break because my ears need rest and my brain need rest, and yeah, and stuff like that. So that's why I when I mix nowadays, I usually just go for an hour or something. If you have something absolutely amazing, you can continue for say 1.5 or maybe 3 hours. But like, I don't really feel that right now, so I'm stepping up slowly, and we'll see where we end with this. But the song is taking shape, and so for next time, it will be interesting to see where we can get it. If you like this channel and what I do, please give it a like, and comment on the video if there's something else you want to see when it comes to writing pianos or whatever. I am 3DFX. Yeah, please like the video and write in comments. I'll see you guys very soon. Take care of this. Take care out there. Can't speak. Take care out there. This has been 3DFX. Goodbye. Have a nice day, night, wherever you may be. Sayonara.